We're gonna go get some BJ's. Hi, Jay of the Dead and Spawn of the Dead are here again with another video. Now listen, we were asked last time, special request, to cover the snacks portion of our movie night, so that's what we're here to do. Okay, so of course we gotta get Coca-Cola in the red can. Of course it's not cans, we're gonna get bottles. Get the 20 ounce. The reason being, of course I get the fountain as well, but you can't always depend on how it tastes out of the fountain. So, Cokie dokie.
Alright guys, I had to do Coke as well, and then I'm going with this, because I love these.
It is unfortunate that many gas stations, if not all, have discontinued carrying $5 movie bins, which is very sad to me, but there are still lucky finds. Still have a rubber patch kit in case you need to patch your rubber. Worst candy ever made. Dove is my favorite milk chocolate, but I have been lately in a Hershey's whole almonds mood. So we're gonna do this, and then momentarily we're gonna bring you the film that we're choosing. Thank you. Hi again, Jay of the Dead here, and
Spawn of the Dead here.
that's right, reporting for Jay of the Dead's New Horror Movies, the official YouTube channel. If you're looking at this and you're like, these videos kind of suck. He's good at YouTube. I'm not. This really isn't our bread and butter, so to speak. We actually have an audio podcast called Jay of the Dead's New Horror Movies.
Go check it out.
Yes, newhorrormovies.com. But this is an exclusive because every once in a while people tell us I don't know why, they like to see what we look like, so we're gonna review a movie for you right now. This movie here, when I say exclusive, it means our review of it only appears here. You knew what that meant. But I'm just saying, we haven't gotten our top 10 horror movies of 2024 lists out yet. Little teaser that only the YouTube viewers know. That's coming during the month of October. Under promise, over deliver. Anyway, the film we're gonna review is a film called Little Bites. Little Bites. I think I've heard some buzz about this over time, but we saw the premise and we were like, yes, right? In a desperate attempt to protect her 10-year-old daughter, a young widow allows a nightmarish monster to slowly eat her alive. For those who don't know, so our previous review of Ash was directed by Flying Lotus. But this review is written and directed by Spider One. You can be Camel Cucumber and I'll be Wrench Harvey. People hate this and they're never gonna listen to the audio. Couple facts. I promise I'm gonna hear from you and your wiggly candy. Not a euphemism. We actually have Spider One, who, and in case you didn't know, this is very interesting. Spider One is the younger brother of Rob Zombie. But these people are very creative with their names.
I guess.
Yes. By the way, I want to note, you haven't said anything yet, really?
Yeah.
So this isn't your fault. I already hate this review. Yeah, so let's hear from Spawn of the Dead, and he can turn around this review a little bit. What are your thoughts, no spoilers, on Little Bites?
I thought it was bad. I thought it was dumb. I thought the acting was bad.
Very dismissive so far. Why are you being so dismissive?
Because it had a weird plot.
You love the plot.
At first.
Okay, I don't feel that way. So I'm gonna defend.
It didn't, like, as I was watching, I realized it didn't have that much potential.
Potential for what?
Potential for greatness.
Okay.
I sort of thought the monster design was bad.
Can we take a look at that?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk poster art, because actually on many of the posters, they give us the creature slash monster. Now,
really?
Now, if you look right here between us, Spawn's gonna put this up. Here is one poster for Little Bites. If anybody's listening, I wouldn't go with that one. Here is the other poster, this Little Bites. This shows a little more fear in our protagonist there. I also would not do that one.
Yeah.
And then now we see the monster but this looks like a mask. And really, I don't know how much it was a mask. I mean, it was probably makeup and prosthetics for this creature design.
That's probably why the light is so low.
Yes, that's true. But even that it looks a little better, and so that one's a contender. But the one I guess I would go with is this fourth version for Little Bites, and this is the Shudder exclusive advertisement. So for what it's worth, I'm just gonna say that Spawn is he was not loving this, right? But there are a couple things I want to point out about this film. Number one, we know that the daughter is staying with the grandma because this mom is trying to keep this creature at bay. It's down in the basement, and I thought from the premise it was like chomping on her body.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't seem to do that. It seems to be vampiric, parasitic. It seems to be sucking her blood. So it has big bite marks and it kind of sucks her blood. So it seems vampiric except for one thing, and that is she doesn't turn. The mom, who obviously is vampire bitten, not vitten.
Vitten.
I hate this review. I also hate the title. I like the film, just don't call it Little Bites. Oh, damn it. What about parasitic bites? We're a lot better in audio format, I think.
You think you know?
I know.
Okay.
And here we go. Oh, okay, so she's not vampiric. It doesn't appear to be contagious. Wow. This is not going well. It's going swimmingly. This also has appearances from horror royalty. That's kind of hard to say. Horror royalty. We have Heather Langenkamp, who is A Nightmare on Elm Street's Nancy. Barbara Crampton. Why do you keep running away when I turn over to you?
It's so the picture can go there.
Oh, you're putting the picture up. Okay. I'm so glad I get to be pictured next to Barbara Crampton, who is, I've said many times, on the preferable audio version. She is a real life vampire.
Cool.
She doesn't age at all.
Okay.
She was in Reanimator and From Beyond and so many other things, some Puppet Master movies. Anyway, she's lovely. But the point is, what I really want to get to on this, people, what you're asking, this film poses questions. It's like, how did she get in this predicament? How is she stuck feeding this vampiric creature thing in order to protect her daughter? Because to me, it seems like we would have had to come to some kind of like arrangement or agreement.
And how do you make a deal with a vampire without it like going bad?
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's a question that is posed. And you know what? I don't really know that is ever fully answered. And so I was intrigued and I couldn't wait to find out, okay, why do we have this situation? How has this happened? But it doesn't really address that like you want. But I was wondering, okay, are these themes like the things we sacrifice for our kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. That's something. Was there anything about the film that you appreciated? Because I feel like...
I liked that it was a cabin.
Okay, the mom lives in a cabin, yes. There is kind of a reference to Pavlov and Pavlov's dogs, because anytime that the vampire creature wants to eat, he's hungry, he rings the dinner bell. Psychological horror to some extent. There are some religious questions in this, which I really appreciate that conversation in this film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I have any time in a horror film, they start talking about God stuff, but they say that, you know, where they basically lost faith, or there's a question of losing faith or undercutting faith. That's very scary to me as a believer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I agree. Totally. That's actually kind of freaky.
That is freaky. By the way, this has, so Cher, the singer Cher, you know, If I could turn back time. That lady, okay. Their child plays in this. So their child is a transgender man, plays the character Paul, we'll call him the ice cream. Not a loser. I actually love that character because it's so intriguing. Anyway, you better wrap this up with final thoughts and ratings. I have a couple of quotes from Spawn of the Dead, if I can find them. Yes.
Oh, cool.
So at one point, he lashed out because sometimes he just gets to his limit and then freaks out when we're watching movies. And he said, "I'm not afraid of a British vampire thing." Okay, that was one thing he said. And then probably the funniest thing was at the end, when it was over, he ran up to the screen. I'm trying to find this in my notes. Please be here. And he yells at my TV like it's my TV's fault. He's got his face this far from the TV. And he says, "Wow, that sucked the most." It didn't. Listeners, I actually think this is a very cool film. If I could change anything about it, it would be the pacing. And the way that it resolves, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the way that it resolves, I'm like, well, that's a choice. That's one way to end the horror movie.
It's one way.
But I'm intrigued because I'm like, that is bold. That is bold, Spider One.
Yeah, one.
No, you're saying it with contempt. I'm saying it with, all right. I mean, I may have done something differently, but I like the darkness to it because it's a horror film. That's dark. That's dark.
It's not that dark.
That's dark what's happening in the last scene. Anytime you have children participating in horrific scenarios or being affected by horrificness, horrificity, if you will.
Horrificity.
Not a word. Not even. Anytime that happens, then it's horror, okay?
Yeah.
The speed of my movements is delayed with the camera. There's like a second delay, I feel.
Well, yeah, we're filming on cinematic mode.
I know, but I feel like the Flash when that happens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, ratings. Final thoughts and ratings.
From me?
You go first, because I gotta
Okay.
be the positive.
Okay. So, guys, I thought that it was a 2 out of 10 stars. IMDb did 4.7 out of 10 stars. And I would say avoid. I would say don't even rent it. And I thought it was a waste of an hour and 46 minutes.
To quote Bill Shetty, don't listen to Spawn. He always said that to me.
Really?
He'd be like, don't listen to Jay of the Dead. No, I actually appreciate this film. The pace is glacial.
Yeah.
Glacial sometimes. I don't love that, but I appreciate the boldness of the film. I think it's interesting. I think there's something special about it. I'm going 7 out of 10. I say stream it on Shudder. The film is Little Bites. Little Bites.
Little bites.
Check it out. Or not.